Right, legends, this is just my breakdown on oil. So I'm doing an oil video separate to the FX Outlook, which is going to follow afterwards. So if you're watching this sometime in the future, it's the 4th of October. So this, my view here, I think is going to be for at least next few weeks, unless we get a nuke one time. Now, if you remember, right, I've been talking about a possible big nuke in oil for a while. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting in this chop here, and it was hard. A couple of attempts, we got up a few day trades. Each day tried to be scratched because it kept going and grinding. And I said at this point, you know what? I'm gonna leave this till it shows its hand. Okay, and I believe it's done that now. So I mean, I'm looking at the tendencies quite similar. I mean, it's not exact, but I mean, okay, this is trending. This is more trending, but does that first drop, and then after that, like any market does, and then compare it to this sort of behavior, and I said with the fractal marked out, which is important now. But I said, you know, once this gave in, that's it. The high was confirmed, and I believe once this happened, the high was then confirmed. Okay, any pullback was selling opportunity. We rolled a decent amount down in here. Okay, so and to position, I wanted to. I mean, I've got a small swing position still going from there, but it's tiny. I really want to load up. Now, I think we should be not even like, you know, we haven't even broken these lows here. I mean, if we look at structure wise, okay, we're still here. Okay, and I personally think, I mean, I think we're coming towards here. Okay, I think probably these lows are next around 34ish. Okay, then these lows into here, and then we'll see maybe even squeeze into here before a possible next big leg up. Okay, so before I do that, I just want to show some factor of confluence I've got. Okay, and I want to use the seasonal tendency. If you look at the seasonal tendency, right, I've got this chart correct. Don't know how duplicated does this. I don't know. What we can see is October time, and this is just natural, obvious time of the year. So the prices drop. Okay, so if you look at October, the start of October. Okay, it's sort of lining up, isn't it? So I mean, I wouldn't base my trade solely off of this. Okay, obviously there are other fundamental factors that come into play sometimes, especially this day and age, where a lot of correlations have been broken and disconnected. But you know, I think so. It's building in that overall context. So what do we do going forward? So it's hard to pause the video there to do something. I'm not sure where I left off of last, but it doesn't matter. Let's start building our main, you know, picture towards it. I'll be speaking about the CAD. You know, either this way, so if this drops, probability wise CAD and oil are correlated. So if this weakens, CAD weakens, which means the CAD goes up, which is sort of lining up. That'll be in the FX Outlook. This is just pure oil. Let's start with the yearly now. Okay, it's top down breakdown. Obviously we had the COVID, I mean not COVID, I mean it's oil, whatever. Okay, I mean negative. Let's ignore most of this anomaly. Okay, what are the main levels I'm interested in right now? What I'm interested in is, okay, to start with, last year's low. Okay, so let's mark that out, and I'm gonna do my breakdown on the other MT4 chart. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why people complain. It's MT4. Shut the fuck up. Chart's a chart, price a price. It's just I'm used to it. That's 2019. Let's draw that out. Okay, that's done. So I look for the yearly levels that stand out to me. The next yearly level is the one was capping to the downside. Then was this level there, and that comes in at 34.53. Yeah, got that drawn out. And then after that, here. So let's mark them out so I know. So very slowly, and then we got 2016 low. Okay, now what's also interesting is this level here. It's a yearly level, 2016 high. I think more relevant will be here. Okay, so quickly done just to identify. That's 2016 high is easier, and 2015 high. Okay, so we've got those yearly levels done. Let's just have a quick gander at how they look like on the lower time frame. And as you can see, they're going to be objectives for price. So you can see how well it's got respected there. Okay, if you didn't have a draw now, no coincidence when it capped down, that was the resistance. That yearly level all the way back from 2015. You're going to be marking those lows out. Okay, so the next magnet for price is the 34.50. And then just based off that, I mean, I could place my trades based purely off that. My swing base is easy. Okay, where if it breaks that, okay, so you look for short. So say you were short, that would be objective. Take out these lows, so target 1, target 2. If this then breaks, then I mean 2016 low, but I'm just being conservative, using that as high as a target. Okay, and then extended targets could be there, but notice how 2016 low all the couple of years, resistance, deviation, resistance, breakout. So you know, it's always useful to use these daily yearly levels. There's a reason why I do them, for this reason. I mean, look how pivotal they've been. Okay, even here, and these are from years ago. Okay, so always important to do that. So that's sort of basically my higher time frame context sort of set, isn't it? We are within the range of here, these yearly levels. Okay, I mean, I could probably fit it in another one. Let me just fit in one more. Let's go here. What's capping it here? And I'll just say this level here, which is so that high comes in at 60.51, which is 2017 high. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so I missed that out. 2017 high. That's all. Fuck that. Okay, so that's that done. Now we can see go down a bit. Start drawing some levels out here, and as you can see, this low here has been pivotal. Okay, higher time frame wise. So you got your support, you got the deviation, go back over your support, break down below, sell off. Your macro level to macro level, key support pushed up, support deviated as soon as go back with a boom. So it's clear. So we're within here. So if it's going lower, we expect downside. Just quickly look at the monthly. I mean, I don't even do the monthly and quarterlies. So let's quickly shift back to the quarterlies charts. Okay, as you can see, very telling sign. Okay, so we've done the yearly. Look at the way it's turning now. So with a small body candle last quarter, after large body ranges, massive move. It's sort of like the summer months sort of like fizzled off then, didn't it? And that's expected. What's that followed by? A big expansion candle. It's already started very early. Okay, I mean, just from this chart, that would be the next target. Higher time frame suggests, as long as within that we've hit that, coming off resistance, just retest there. Whatever it does after that, it goes. If it breaks below that, then we go for lower targets. But till then, that's going to be the next high probability objective. And I think as long as the high of the month has been set, we'll go to the lower time frame to start building that idea more. So now go to the monthly. As you can see, similar thing, small body candles, just using pure maths. Okay, pure whatever you want to call it. Small body lead to expansions. Okay, we got a logical target, logical invalidation. I'd say from here, high of the month would be invalidation for me, just on this chart here. Okay, let's go to the weekly, and as you can see why. I mean, okay, if I want to use a swing high as an objective, I mean, we've sort of taken out this swing low here. Okay, that shouldn't be invalidated now. Okay, I mean, obviously it would be confirmed. Technically, it would be confirmed below here. I mean, worst case scenario, there's something dodgy and then drops, but technically, if you're going by the basis of high highs and high low, lower high, lower low. Sorry, I meant lower high and lower lows. Then that. But I don't want to miss out on all this. Okay. But probability wise, from what I discussed, it's quite straightforward to see target towards here. Okay. Now that's that covered. Now let's move forward. Okay. Break it down to the daily. So let's start marking out possible plans based off of just the SR levels, and then I'll start including the range levels. Okay, so purely based off the SR levels, we can see that, you know, was capping this downside. Yeah, I'll probably draw a line, probably better. Okay, here. Okay, so we got support, deviation, support. Okay, so what's the capping it to the upside? I'd argue probably this level here. Okay, so we are within here. Now for the downside play, if it makes a pullback, we start looking for possible shorting opportunities down towards there, and then breakout from there towards there, straightforward. Want to add a bit of confluence? Let's throw in a trend line. Well, let's see this one first. Yeah, beautiful actually. Yeah, so it bounce. Ideally, I want to see a bounce. So if I don't like whatever setup I get here, that's fine. Play the breakout play, and then at that point, that'll be my nice trigger short in towards this level here. Okay, and then if that breaks, main objective, a nice clean lows here as well. And then, like I said, if you get a bounce and then breakdown, that would then be a trigger. Or if you don't get a bounce and it swipes straight through, wait for the breaking mark structure pattern, and that would be the next short trigger down towards here, first objective, and then here and possibly towards 2016 low, because we're trading within this range then, aren't we? I can then break that down. And let me see. I mean, I haven't looked at this person myself. This is my first time breaking it down. Done the range levels on a lower time frame, but not on the early charts. So let's see if the early levels give us a range to work with it. So from that high to that low, I'm looking at, okay, does that come in line? No, it doesn't really come in line. It comes around with this range level. Does it come in line with that? I mean, these lows do. Okay, that's fine. Don't use that. But that's the plan for that. Straightforward. Not overthinking it. So that would be more of a play now that I've covered, you know, it's from pure SR. So let's go down to the lower time frame, and that's when I'm going to shift over to the charts at the other platform. Okay, so yeah, that's more or less covered. Okay, see if we can pull back into that. First scenario, breakdown, start looking for a short. If we've got a first target, going to be here, and then if it breaks down, obviously look for a trigger there then. If it doesn't matter how deep the pullback is. Could be into here, who knows. Could be breakdown below here. If it breaks down below here, whatever it does, the breakout play would be breakdown below here. Regardless, look for the breaking mark structure pattern down towards there, take out these lows, and then after that, use this level, look for shorts to the downside. Straightforward. Let's move forward now to this. So I've got my range levels drawn out, and where have I got these range levels from? To remind you, I did cover this all the way back from 2016. Go to the daily. If I go all the way back, okay. Oops, daisy. Where did I do it from here? Oops. So I got this high to this low. That was range high, mid range, range low, and then these are the midpoints. And I've just copied them, this range over like this. Just copied it over like that. That's all it is. Okay, if you go back to this date, you can see from there towards there, my range. And as you can see how well it's been respected. So you can tell it's been moving those kind of rotations. Okay, and it's proven by how the price has been respecting it. Okay, so that's that covered. So I mean, I think after the high time frame, I mean, there's not much to say after of that, other than easy plays would be, okay, if it does deviate above here, I mean, what level could it from a pure SR point of view? Okay, so let's look at it from pure chart point of view, and then we'll bring in the range levels, how they overlap. So from pure levels point of view, I mean, we've got this key level here. Okay, got a bit of a thin move here. Okay, so got a resistance SR here. So I'm gonna mark out these highs actually. Oh, come on. Okay, so scenario one. It's from pure SR point of view. Whatever it does, if it gets back above here, let it do its thing. You may want to swing fairless, may want to go a bit deeper, who knows. And then wait for it, breakdown, and then we can start attempting the shorts. So how does that is reflected on the range levels? Similar thing. So we've got these highs. Here. It could push up, whether it's into here or there. I'm not forced. I want to let it tell me the high, and then once it gets back below, it's back below the mid-range level. As you can see, I pivoted, it deviates. Once it gets back below, so sell off. But at this point, I had bottomed out to push up. If it was bearish bias, that would have been the high pivot. Now it's turning over for the short trigger there, and towards here, and then possibly there. Okay, now using the same SR levels, we've got. My chart's gonna be getting messy now, but just bear with it. Let's go to the daily. It's gonna be difficult to read, but we've got this here. See these lows that I mentioned before? It's getting really messy now, isn't it? Let's just highlight this across. Okay. The breakout play. Oh, what have I done? Real mess now. Okay. Would be if this is the consolidation that pushed it up. Okay. Wait for a clean break below that, and that lines up with the yearly levels I mentioned on the other chart, and we play range level to range level. So let's just zoom in a bit. No, this is the proper should have just the normal levels marked out. So that's it more or less. Okay, so on the shorter time frame, whether you find that using the pure SR levels in the first beginning easier, this is just for more like, you know, intraday scalping or day trading. Okay, and then down, and then as you can see, this level is holding. So if it does this sort of price action start the week off, they got a clear validation level to work with, and if that breaks towards there, level to level, take out these stops, and then level to level, level to level. The main point to take from this video is the higher time frame stuff on how I've broken it down from the early levels on this chart, okay, and the daily, etc. The rest is just, you know, just extra, okay, just to, you know, refine it a bit more with the, you know, range levels, but majority of the work is done here. Hope that helped, and obviously I'll be updating throughout the week and posting the setups, but yeah.